So, that happened. So I'm recording this video exactly a week after the grand final. I have two reasons for doing this. Firstly, I wanted to do this because I wanted to let the results sink in a little bit and to kind of properly formulate some thoughts, because there's not much going on up here.
You're stupid. Now wait just a minute. And you're ugly, just like your mum.
And also because I couldn't script anything that wasn't just pure drivel. Because I feel like that is what's going through the mind of every single Eurovision fan right after the grand final, if I'm being brutally honest. But hey, look, overall I thought it was a good show. So you can't really f*** up most of that. Well, there are one or two ways, I guess. Look, what I'm trying to say is this isn't gonna be like the video that a load of other YouTubers have been doing, talking about what has to change. Because at this point, I'll only be echoing what everyone else has been saying, and you can go and watch all those videos instead to get a better view of that. I wanted to do something different. I wanted to stick to what I've been intending to do ever since I started doing videos like this. And it's a bit of a walk down memory lane. I wanted to go through the 3 videos that I did this year and just see how wrong I was. Because trust me, I was f***ing wrong about a lot of things. And offer some closing thoughts as we finally say farewell to Eurovision 2025.
Hey, thank God.
But before I do all that, you know the drill. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, follow my social medias, scan the QR code, go to the link in the description to give me money. And let's not faff around anymore, let's go see how wrong I was. So the first video I wanted to revisit was my top 10 songs of Eurovision 2025. I am a cheap bastard like that. This is the one I did, my very first in-person video, and it did pretty well. It's 1 view away from 69, let's just say that. So I talked about the songs that were in my top 10 of my overall ranking, and I also included a few honorable mentions, so let's see. So the first song that I... Feel free to follow me on my... Yeah, I'm gonna turn the volume down, it'd be great. God, the lighting in this video is awful. So the first song I talked about was the UK.
What the hell does...
And I said a lot of bold things about the UK in this video. I said that they were definitely contenders to do a lot better than how people were thinking. And...
0 points.
Trust the UK to just get nil points every single year in the televote. Honestly, it is a farce at this point. When it came to the actual live performances, I thought they were pretty good. I thought it was staged really well. I thought the girls sang beautifully, and I didn't really know what else they could have done, honestly. But you know, no other country liked it enough to actually vote for it, so that's me screwing up, I guess. They did pretty well with the jury though. Didn't they get 12 points from the Italian mouse?
United Kingdom!
Or something. It has been a while since I watched that part of the show, you know, the part that everyone's basically avoiding. Look, I knew I was gonna be completely wrong and completely out of taste, but you know what, like, that's the brand I live for, honestly. I don't live for brands like Coca-Cola or Apple, even though I'm using Apple product. I don't live for those kind of brands. I live for my own brand, which is getting shit completely wrong. Then I talked about San Marino. I was a bit hesitant on San Marino qualifying, but you know what, I'm glad they did. And look, this is more proof that I just do not have any taste, because this came last. Do you know what? I'm happy San Marino got to the final because it's only, what, their 4th time in the final? The first time Una Voce per San Marino produced a qualifier.
To the right, dos, tres, cuatro, salta. Cha, 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 arriba, abajo, acento, adentro, one more round.
And you know what? I enjoyed the performance. I enjoyed the song still. And what else can I say? Don't mind me, I'm just fast forwarding the video.
Who cares?
Okay, then I talked about Greece. Oh, Greece, I am so shocked that you qualified and shocked that you did so well, but a really good shock, honestly. Do you know what?
What?
That performance was so good. It was staged so well, and Klavdia brought the f***ing house down with those vocals. And honestly, I wasn't expecting them to do incredibly well. I mean, 6th place. Did they come 6th? Yeah, 6th place was not what I was predicting for this song at all. I thought it would be kind of through to the final, but right-hand side. To get 6th, bravo, honestly. And with Greece doing really well and Albania doing really well, it's kind of that side of the world, the Balkans. I think they are going through a little bit of a renaissance. I think, was it Latvia I talked about next?
No.
Keep feeding this fandom lots of... Oh, it was Denmark. Ooh, Denmark, yeah. Denmark got through as well. Look, I was happy with how Denmark staged it to an extent. Sissal, I wasn't a big fan of that outfit, you know.
Homme de Garçon goes to the Amish country.
But you know what? It was an improvement over the national final outfit, so I will give her that. Out of all the songs that I discussed in my top 10 video, this was the one I was not expecting to qualify, but just about making it through. I also said in my semi-final predictions that I did think it could scrape through, and honestly it did. So yeah, I also like to doubt myself. That, let's put that in my brand as well. This getting 2 points from the televote in the final, I will admit I was a little bit shocked, but also not surprised whatsoever. I mean, poor thing.
Poor unfortunate souls.
Look, Sissal, I'm happy that you have found a firm spot in the fandom, in our love for you. You deserve more than 2 points, honestly. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Look, brain is scrambled at this point. Is Latvia next after Denmark though?
Yes!
I'm never escaping it. Yeah, it is Latvia. Okay. Latvia! I think Latvia is the one country in this video that I've been desperate to talk about because I am just so happy for my girls.
Donkey.
And honestly, I wasn't too far away from predicting where they'd place. I mean, I said they'd get right-hand side, but at the top. They got left-hand side at the bottom, so they were like 1 spot away from where I was thinking they would go.
Ooh, we are proud.
But look, Latvia, I'm so happy that they got through, and I'm so happy that they got a really good result as well. I feel like extremely deserved. And for a song in the Latvian language to do that well, I'm hoping it encourages other Latvian artists to send songs in Latvian to Eurovision, because underrepresented, and clearly it does well. It did really well with the jury and decently enough with the televote, so I reckon if you can get a stronger entry, I don't know if you can get a stronger entry than Burman Laimi. If you can, then that's a good result solidified. You don't have to be Aminata to get them to the final all the time, and you don't have to be our precious egg Dons to get to the final all the time as well. So yeah, that's Latvia. Who was next? I think Germany was next.
That is the correct answer.
In terms of the absolute mess that was defrosting Stefan Raab. Yep. Defrosting Stefan Raab. That's exactly what I said. On that note, let's talk about Germany. Germany, I feel like between national final season and actual Eurovision, I feel like they had the biggest glow up. And I know I still need to clean my ears out. Trust me, it's on my to-do list to clean these little fuckers out. But honestly, her voice improved so much. There was actual staging this time. But you know what?
What?
It was such a good performance as well. Tina's stage presence has evolved so much since the national final. And she owned that fucking stage. Like, it didn't feel like Eurovision. It felt like a concert, and she owned it. So I'm really glad they got a good result. Do I see them bringing Stefan Raab back to work with them next year? No. But you know what? This is a good sign for Germany. You know, like Latvia, it was the first time they'd sent something in German in years, and it clearly worked. Like, Baller is doing so well in the charts right now, even in Ireland. So they got something right, at least. They got a winner in some respects, but not an overall Eurovision winner, if that makes sense. Who next? I think Ukraine is actually, do you know what? I don't even need to look at this video anymore. I know I know the next few songs. So next up was Ukraine. And I think Ukraine grew off me during Eurovision. I really didn't like the staging and the kind of Drag Race season 1 filter that just made everything look so grainy. I didn't like it at all. And honestly, the song, I had kind of fallen out of love with the song, but it didn't mean I hated it or anything. Like,
tell the truth. It's horrendous.
I did have doubts if they would qualify because they were one of the last countries to be announced. But you know what? They managed to get through easily, I would say. Easily? They won the fucking semi-final. What are you talking about, B? But yeah, look, I'm happy with Ukraine. Staging-wise, no. Overall, everything else, yeah, I'm happy with that. Oh, Albania! My mother and father. I am so happy that Skaldra Electronica did that well, and I'm so happy that they got a high televote results as well. I'm a little bit pissed off with the jury though, because you could have put them a little bit higher, but you know, that's Eurovision is unfair like that in many ways than others. Am I shocked that they didn't get a higher spot? Yes. But am I happy that they still got a high spot? Yes. And you know what? This is good for Albania as well, because I feel like now they finally realized their niche at Eurovision, which is just sending something that is authentically Albanian and not going for something that is more commercialized. Because we've seen with the likes of Ranella Hayati and Bessa that it clearly doesn't work. And if you're going to go down that route, inevitably you will enter UVPSM the following year with a worse song and do really badly. Only those two could do it, honestly. And only Bessa can leak everyone's emails. I'm a titan in the sky. Okay, now it's time for the first of 2 shockers from this video, and that is Finland. How did this only come 11th?
Because it was
I'm shocked, honestly. I am shocked that this didn't place higher than top 5. I mean, I had doubts about it winning, but you know what? That was a top 5 performance.
Is it I?
Some of the other countries that were in the top 10 didn't give that good of a performance, so...
He's salty. Somebody need to give him some pepper to go with all that salt. He is upset.
I'm so shocked that it didn't do better than we thought. And you know what? I feel like this doesn't damage Finland's presence at Eurovision. I feel like it's only made it better because a big star like Erika Vikman still entering and doing relatively well. Like 11th is a spot that Ireland and the UK wish they could get every year. But honestly, like, I'm happy that we got Komme as a Eurovision entry, and I'm happy with what they brought. So happy. I will hold off talking about my winner for traumatic reasons. Honorable mentions. Okay, let's talk about them. So let's very quickly go through them.
Does anybody care?
Poland. No one is shocked that did really well. I really enjoyed the performance. There was no doubt about that. Austria, the winner. I'm going to leave my discussion on Austria towards the end of the video. So keep watching and you'll find out how I think.
No.
Switzerland. Hell, Switzerland got 0 points in the televote.
0 points.
Like, why? That probably blew out your eardrums. I'm so sorry. Honestly, you deserve it for not giving Switzerland any points. Look, I can understand the UK getting nil points, I guess. But Switzerland, like, that was beautiful. That was such a brilliant staging. And staging was the one thing I wasn't sure about Switzerland. And they managed to fucking nail it, even though we did have the problem with the camera in semi-final one. But apart from that, like, everything worked out really well in the grand final. I don't get how this got 0 points. Honestly, look, Delulu is my motto, so I'm just gonna leave it there. Yeah, okay, Sweden. I'm surprised it didn't place higher. If I had the power to swap Sweden for Estonia in the scoreboard, then I would have been happier with that result. But you know what? I'm happy for my boys. I'm happy for Kevin. I hope he's doing well. Honestly, I hope they enjoyed a nice trip to the sauna after the show, and I hope they continue to release bangers. I have to play the Beauty Blender edit again, don't I? I'm surprised Malta didn't place higher. I'm gonna say that. They got a relatively low televote score. I actually have no idea, and to be brutally honest, I'm not arse looking it up. Sorry. Yeah, like, mid-table is kind of what I was expecting them to get, so there you go. Malta back in the final. Happy days. And yeah, that's all I can say about serving by Mariana Conte. Right. We have reached the point of the video where we would like to dedicate this moment to our lost boy. My red boy.
I have that winner vibe feeling about Belgium.
My winner didn't even qualify for the final. Do you know what? I was so shocked that he didn't qualify. Like,
Does anybody care?
it's the first time in years. I can't even remember the last time my favorite didn't even qualify for the final, I guess. Like, my actual winner. I've had some entries that didn't qualify, but they weren't like my overall winner. This is the first time that my actual like winner was f***ing tossed out of the competition. Quite severely as well. He came like second last in the semi-final. But literally, like, I don't know what else he could have done to qualify. The staging was so much better than in the national final. His vocals improved. Maybe I was right in thinking that the song has never clicked with anyone apart from me. Or maybe I was right to say that people were writing it off. I don't know. Look, I had so much fun in that echo chamber of thinking that Belgium could actually win. You know what? I feel like I am in an echo chamber as a Eurovision fan because my taste just got f***ed out the window as soon as semi-1 happened. So that's my first video out the way.
Hey, thank God.
Everyone watching this video will be absolutely delighted to know. I don't care. So now the next video I did was talking about the auto qualifiers. I already talked about the UK, Germany and Switzerland, so we can get those out of the way. Spain. I was wrong about this coming last, but I was right about it coming bottom 5. I'm sorry, but literally, I don't think anything could have saved Spain. And you know what?
Once more, I shall have hysterics, I dare say.
Even when I was watching the final, I did see a bit of improvement, especially when it came to the staging. But honestly, like, the song was nothing for me. I didn't find anything about the staging or anything about the performance too captivating. So, am I shocked this got bottom 5? No. Something I was f***ing shocked about was Italy doing so high. I just didn't see it ahead of the shows. Like, I kind of get it now in the same vein that I didn't see Portugal qualifying just because I thought it was a bit forgetful. But honestly, after the show, I kind of see how he did really well. But the one factor that I was really shocked about was that he did really well in the televote. Like, juries placing him that high, I could see. But the public, I did not see that coming at all, especially with so many countries that are fishing for that televote score. I'm surprised that he did high enough to come top 5. And you know what? Bravo, Lucio, and bravo, Howard Wolowitz, and your giant piano, and the giant amp. I'm gonna put in a little image of something that I sent my friend while I was watching semi-final 1. And then France. Oh, la France. Oui, oui, baguette. I'm gonna be brutally honest. Whilst I really enjoyed the performance and whilst I also enjoyed Luan's vocals, I thought they were brilliant. What the hell was that staging?
Clutch my pearls like what the
hell was that staging? The idea of the sand timer and all the sand, even though it wasn't sand, it was cork, but whatever. The idea of all the sand representing a sand timer running out, I thought it was okay. I thought it was pretty good. But it was the part where the sand just kind of farts out of her. Look, I just didn't understand it at all. And I think that probably did affect its televote results. I mean, honestly, I said from the beginning that Switzerland, Austria and France would be the jury contenders, and lo and behold, they all came top 3. So yeah, France got a very low televote score and I could kind of see it. But at the same time, I was shocked that it was that low. Like, if you were to tell me what I thought a low televote result for France would be, I would say something above 100. Maybe not completely above 100, but 50, that's a bit too brutal, you know? But nothing will be as brutal as Switzerland getting 0. I am still salty about that. Right. Hell, we whizzed through that one. Let's talk about my predicted qualifiers.
Might as well have utter right written above there.
I had so much fun editing that one. I don't really know how I'm gonna do this. So, okay, I have an idea. I'm gonna just look at how I predicted everyone to place and just see how bad it was. So in semi-final 1, in the safe section, I actually only got one wrong. My winner. I got my winner wrong. Shock horror, Kel f***ing surprise. In the borderline section, I mean, yeah, I got 3 countries that qualified in the borderline section and 2 that were out. And I got the 2 wrong countries out as well, which is really good. Semi-final 2 predictions. And I got a lot of stuff wrong here. I'm just going to put it on screen just because I'm conscious of time, and also you can go watch that video yourself if you want to see how wrong I was going to be. Let's actually go through the countries that I predicted, like my 10 predicted qualifiers. I'm going to turn the volume up so you can all hear it.
Does anybody care?
Obviously, the safe qualifiers I have are Poland, Estonia, Ukraine, Sweden, Norway, Belgium, Albania, and the Netherlands. Already got one wrong. So I have 8 songs that I think are safely through. And if I had to call upon 2 more countries to qualify, I would say potentially Cyprus and San Marino, potentially. Look, I ended up only getting... Wait. Hold on, 1 second, okay. So about 10 minutes before Semi 1 started, I swapped Cyprus out for Iceland, and I only did it because after watching all of the performances, the rehearsal footages for all the performances, and seeing a few leaks from the jury show the night before, I thought Cyprus was a fucking mess. But overall, look, getting 9 out of 10, I guess. 9 out of 10 for not knowing Belgium and being wrong about Portugal, I think. Pretty close.
Actually, no, that's not the truth.
Semi 1 was a lot easier to predict than Semi 2, so let's see how wrong I was with that. I'm gonna go with them. Semi-final 2, the safe countries I have are Australia, wrong. Austria, Malta, Lithuania, Czechia, wrong. Israel, and Finland. That leaves us with 3. This is gonna be hard. Oh, you're f***ing telling me it's gonna be hard. Latvia. Got that right. Greece. And Denmark. I ended up getting 8 right, so me in the ass, I guess. And who did I not predict then? Oh, it was Armenia and Luxembourg. Look, honestly, after watching my video again and after all the rehearsal clips came out, I was willing to swap Armenia from out of the in a ditch zone with Serbia, who was in the borderline zone, because what was that?
Drag him by his old weave.
And you know what? I have a newfound love for Armenia because okay, that's enough about that. Right, that's it. I've officially gone through the 3 videos that I did for this year. And you know what? I feel like I am proud of the 3 videos I did. They weren't big views-wise, but honestly, it's the first time I'm doing videos like this, so I'm not too shocked. And you know what? It has somehow encouraged me to keep this going for next year. If my mental health is willing to sit through another season of bullshit. Guys, I did say earlier on that I wanted to save the winner for last, Austria. And honestly, you know what? Looking back in hindsight, I'm happy with Austria winning. I did think that either Austria, Switzerland, or France were going to win. And do you know what? I got one of those predictions right, so hallelujah. Again, I wasn't a big fan of the staging. I kind of was hoping they would do more towards the end. But you know what? Stop it! You can't doubt a performer like JJ. He was so brilliant. And you can't doubt the writing talents of Miss Taya. Or the staging talents of Sergio Hayen. I mean, we have him to thank for Bambi Thug doing so well for my own country last year. The fact that this has given them all a win, I'm happy for that. If they want to have another anniversary contest in Vienna next year, then Godspeed. And honestly, if they do something next year to commemorate the 70th, like normally they might do a special concert in London, I might go to it. This has nothing to do with Austria winning, does it? Yeah, so I'm basically done with Eurovision for a while now. I'm gonna offer my closing thoughts right now.
Who cares?
So, you survived Basel 2025. What I will say about the overall production of the show, I thought it was brilliant. I thought the stage looked amazing. I thought the hosts were funny to an extent. And yeah, apart from that, the only things that weren't so good. I wasn't a massive fan of how they announced the qualifiers. It felt like a really pointless change to the show, and honestly I won't be surprised if they ditch it next year. And yeah, I mean, never in my life have I ever felt physically sick after the voting sequence. But again, it's not that kind of video, so in the bin you go. Jesus Christ. Do I have your permission to end the video here? Yeah? Okay, good. Right. So that is it. Eurovision is over for another year. Thank God. That is the end of Eurovision season on my channel as well. It has been a f***ing roller coaster. It has been so much fun editing the last few videos, especially the ones that I've done in person, because this is something that I've wanted to do for so long, and I finally grew a pair and decided, hey, you bought this microphone, this very expensive microphone, for no reason back in January. You might as well f***ing use it, you know? And whilst I started the season doing the regular ranking videos, I got bored of it after 3, which is what I normally tend to do. And so this is probably a better way to approach Eurovision. Just do what you f***ing want to do. Don't be following everyone else's trends of just continuously updating your rankings and just having a song play in the background. Actually speak your thoughts. It's more entertaining, honestly, and you get to see how awful my opinions are, and I'm happy about that. I'm happy to share my awful opinions about songs to every single one of you, all 69 of you.
I was intending on reading 9/11 fan fiction.
So yeah, I really do want to continue doing videos like this. And not just about Eurovision. I have thought about possibly expanding my so-called media empire and maybe do videos on other things as well. Like, one of my other big interests outside of Eurovision is Doctor Who, and I would really like to do a few videos on Doctor Who, maybe talking about my top 10 favorite episodes, or my favorite characters or favorite actors who played the Doctor. I would love to do something like that. I also have a big interest in RuPaul's Drag Race.
Winner of RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars receives a 1-year supply of
and I know All-Stars 10 is airing at the moment, so now is probably an ideal time to be doing content on Drag Race. And it also doesn't mean that Eurovision videos are going to be stopping full stop. I do want to keep going with them. One of the videos that I've really been wanting to do for a while is talking about the Irish entries and potentially what we could do to fix our fortunes at Eurovision. I would love to visit that kind of topic. And maybe I wouldn't mind looking at maybe the last few winners, the last few runners-up, the last few last places. I have so many ideas that I just cannot wait to share with all of you. So if you do want to see more stuff like this and you want me to keep pushing on, then you absolutely know what to do. You gotta like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Remember to follow me on my social media pages. The links are in the description. And once again, please give me money. Scan the code over there. Go to ko-fi.com/bsayshi. give me money. And just like that, Eurovision is over.
Is it
I was even talking to a few people on Discord a while ago. It doesn't feel like we have post-Eurovision depression. It feels like we have post-Eurovision relief. Until then, I'm gonna go eat a lovely pizza and yeah. I am finally free from the hell that was Eurovision. And I hope one day you can be free too. Slán go fóill.